Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Michael Finkley. Thank you for watching our special Friday show on The Michael Finkley Show. If you have not already, please subscribe to our channel at the Finkley Experience channel and ring that bell for notifications, and you'll be the first to receive notification of us uploading new shows of The Michael Finkley Show. Thank you again for watching this very special Friday episode with us. But before we get into our show, sneak peek of Monday's show. Take a look. On the next Michael Finkley, wife, college, and professional basketball hopeful. Then all of a sudden, car accident. Darius Cosby tells us his story and how he is truly still living a blessed life on the next Michael Finkley. So I do hope that you will join us on Monday. So during this time, during this pandemic, a lot of us are panicking. A lot of us are worried. A lot of us are planning for the future as well. But I tell you, during this time, there are a lot of success stories happening during this time. One of those success stories is Mr. Gregory Fulton. I tell you, Mr. Fulton, he was unemployed for 6 weeks from his previous position. And with calling about his unemployment benefits, he noticed that the person on the other end was very overwhelmed with calls. So he asked one simple question: how may I help? And from that one question, he was able to gain employment and help others with their unemployment questions and situations. Here's the story. We have a modern day success story during the coronavirus, and his name is Mr. Gregory Fulton. He has an awesome story to tell you, and we're just glad that you're here. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Okay, I'm glad that you included me on your spot. Since you've contacted me, I've seen some of your spots information, and that's what's going on the web and on your site. And I'm excited to be part of that because you look like you have some very need to know subjects.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's what it's all about. And you are those need to know subjects as well. So, can you just tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and how you became this modern day success story during this pandemic?
Okay, well, it was a kind of humble beginning as far as this is concerned. I was me and my previous employer had parted ways in October.
Hmm.
And I was thinking about, most of my life, I've worked as a supervisor in a call center for 11 years. And I know most of my life I'm always teaching people things. Math is one of the biggest subjects. People say, I hate math, so people tend to not do as well as math.
Hmm.
I'm also in the military at the moment. I'm a 29-year in the Reserve, Air Force Reserve.
Well, thank you for your
Um,
service.
you're welcome, and my pleasure. and and I sat unemployed for months, pretty much 6 months. I decided, because I'm teaching people all the time, I decided to go into teaching. So I started substitute teaching along the way, so I get a feel of the classrooms and the kids in the different grades. And that was a little struggle because the fifth graders out there, you might want to check your children. And so here come coronavirus and school shut down.
Yeah.
So here I'm back on unemployment, had to restart my claim up again. And now I'm calling in to try to fix my claim because I want to make sure I get paid because this was a long time and I need that money to come in. And the young lady, this was on a Friday, the young lady said, well, sir, we've had such a rush of claims come in that I'm sorry. She was very apologetic and very humble. And she said, I'm sorry it took so long for me to get back with you.
Right.
And I said in a little joking manner, well, if it's taking so long for you to get back with me, you might as well let me take your call, help you take calls so I can help you out. And she laughed and said, are you for real? I said, sure am. I've had 11 years of call center experience.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Friday. Monday, she called me back. She introduced herself. She said, are you sure you willing to do this? I said, yeah, sure. So she said, well, send me your resume. I'm actually a recruiter. And so I sent her a resume. Yeah, and I sent her a resume, and that was Monday. And from Monday through Wednesday morning, I started this job, helping people get their unemployment straight from this side of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I I always say, I've told several people, God must have wanted me to be unemployed so I would be better equipped to do this. Because I can't tell you how many times I've heard the phrase, God had you answer my call, because I done talked to so many people, and you are the first person who really was able to help me.
Mm-hmm.
And that just makes the jobs that much better, knowing that I'm getting people their money.
Yeah, always does. Definitely.
Man.
And so from this, I know that you have been a local celebrity in the area of King Street, South Carolina. And so what other things have you done besides, this type of platform to actually get the word out of, the idea of success during a time where everyone is, petrified?
Well, see, the thing is, I know we're petrified, and this is a rough time, and people are struggling. But my mentality when I asked the young lady, and I think I did get a news article in the state paper under Fulton, and I told the young lady, I said, my mama used to say, closed mouths don't get fed.
That's it. Yeah.
And you may not be working the job that you want to work, because I thought I'd be teaching now, but or in IT, but you're gonna always get something if you don't let go, and sometimes we kind of fall short because we don't push to try. And just the notion that I asked the young lady to include me in on her service, and she said yes, means that if you go for something, it might not have been what you was looking for, but it can carry you to the point to when you do get what you're looking for.
Right.
And that's one key to the success. You're always striving, always trying to get what you need, but what you need might come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. It's like, and my daughter, she laughs at me. She said, I can't even believe you even asked the lady that and got a job. I say, yep, here it is.
Yes. Gotta help those who help themselves, right?
Right, right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what's a typical day like for you or your new position?
Well, typical day, like, and I actually got a promotion. I think
What?
being very um I was being very successful at helping people get the unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
So I was put as a rep to help the others on my level help the people. I was
That's
put.
amazing. Congratulations.
You welcome. Thank you.
Oh my
Yeah,
word.
I actually made to help my peers, my at the time peers, help the people. So I'm actually doing both. I'm taking calls, and then if things slow down, well, between when things are slower, I'll take calls. But when things pick up and they need questions answered to help the people get their unemployment, I step in and help them help. You know, so that was a good. But I get up pretty much 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm working 8 to 5 now.
Mhm.
Last week I was working we had to expand the coverage because just the pure rush of at any given time we had 1,000 people waiting to get through. And what we do is because we can efficiently answer the calls and answer the questions to navigate our claimants through the portal. A lot of times they don't even need to get no extra help. They just need to understand what they're working with.
Right.
And that's where we come in with. And 8 to 5, I just answer with one little lunch break and a couple breaks. I just answer call back to back, and I stop and help my fellow people with questions of how to answer calls and how to navigate the system. And that's pretty much 5 days a week.
Wow, that's amazing. Awesome. So, what now? What next? What do you see yourself doing in the future? What's next for you?
Well, I do understand this is a temporary assignment, and at the same time, I am actually in school. There's an O2O program that for veterans, any veterans can join through Syracuse University that they can get one free certificate toward IT. And I'm participating in that program at the time. And after that, I'm a busy man at my age. I'm gonna entertain a master's degree in education.
Love it.
So somebody's gonna hire me into my next job because I know this is a temporary job.
Right.
Now, if that doesn't happen, I'm still in management. So if I get a management offer, a teacher offer, or an IT offer, whoever offers the job and pays me the most, I got 3 ways I can go with this.
Gotcha. I love it. We're working it. Both ends. We're working it.
Right. And I love the aspect of continuing education.
Right.
Because and I'm doing it online because if your mind, as much as my mind never rests, I'm getting old. I'm not going to lose my memory because I'm going to make my mind work.
Right.
And I'm going to whatever career field, or whatever direction I land, I'm going to work at it so I can always improve myself one way or the other. Just because one door closed, a lot of people probably would be mad at the previous employer. But at the same time, if you waste all that energy being mad at where you left, you will hinder yourself from getting to where you need to go.
I love it.
Take that energy that you just left the place, and I put a post online that says, I got pushed out the nest. Now, the idea of getting pushed out the nest, I was there. I got to a point where I wasn't growing anymore. So if you send me out the door, that's pushing me out the nest so I can go someplace else and grow. And that's always using positive energy instead of the negative. Exactly. I don't let the negative, because we can hinder ourselves with that negative energy instead of growing with the positive.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome segue. Final words of hope for people that are still, they're looking, they may be looking during this time, trying to find something temporary. They're just like, I'm just going to give up. What words of encouragement can you give them?
Look around you. There are, you can look at the newspaper, look around you. There are little, maybe not the job you want, but there are jobs out there. And I can't tell you how many times Walmart done called me. Yes, I never thought I'd work at Walmart, but I can't tell you how many times Walmart done called me. We got some openings, positions. So look around you, see what's going on. The people need the Grubhub, the people need the supplies, the Walmart. They have never slowed down. Just see what's available and grab onto that. It might be $1 or $2 less than you want, but go ahead and get that $1 or $2 now, and then work or still put your applications in to where you do want to work. and work on that. But don't leave your pocket empty to the point that you have to take something. Take it because you can take it.
Right.
And wait for what you and use that money to work on what you need to work on. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Same advice I gave my daughter some months ago. Work on what you can now and take the money that you're making now to work on what you want to work on.
Words to live by.
Right.
Thank you so much for telling your story, and thank you so much for being on the show today. I hope that someone is encouraged by this. I know I am. When I read your story to begin with, it was amazing. So I know it needs to be shared even more. So thank you so much.
And one more little spot I want to throw out there.
Yep.
Long time ago when I was a child, my mother told me to save 10 cents for every dollar, right? And I did that. That's been a big help for times like these. The other portion of this, long time ago, I realized the big companies like the stockholders better than they like the employees. So I wanted to join them. And that's been a big blessing to me also, because you don't even have to get the risky stuff. But if you just set your money in the bank accounts and stuff, and they give you the little pennies, they have CDs. Sometimes you can get high value CDs because the bank want to loan out money. They'll offer you high value CDs, short-term TDs. It might not be a lot of money in your pocket, but every $5 or $10 extra a month versus that 2 cent that you'll get for a savings account, might look into fixed income and CDs. Those little dollars help. So that's an extra tidbit.
Exactly. And I love it. Yep, definitely. Anything can help.
Right.
Anything can help. And again, thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for being on today.
And I'm going to thank you for providing this platform, because anything we can help each other learn and share information, that is the most wonderful thing we can. Because every time I got people I know and I've come across that are opening up business platforms, and I believe in putting money back into my own community.
Definitely.
So one of my co-workers, she's doing traveling, and she is my personal travel agent. So when I was doing cruises, I would always reach out to Miss LaShonda Jones in the Sight to See Travel, and she would book my cruises for me. So I always put money back into my community.
That's
so
we're putting back and we're paying it forward, because someone did it for us and someone's supporting us, so we have to give back.
Anytime if I see somebody come across that I know and they're doing something, I'm bet you if you go on Facebook with me, I'm sharing your post.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. I definitely appreciate it.
Okay, so you know your information is going in my Facebook page, right?
All right. Yes, sir.
Okay, so all those 300 or 400 new followers I got on Facebook, there's yours too.
All right. We appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.